So I recently found these earphone gaming headsets, and yeah, these totally got me hooked on the idea of using IEMs for gaming. At the very least as an alternative to full-size headphones, whenever the clamping force, warmth or the weight just get a bit too much. It's just really nice having the option to switch between IEMs and full-size headphones whenever one of them gets a bit fatiguing. However, there's a catch with these specific IEM headsets. They don't even come close to the sound quality of my full-size headphones. Don't get me wrong, this is an amazing product, but you can only expect so much from a $30 IEM. But now there's this. This cable has an integrated boom mic and can turn almost any IEM into a proper gaming headset. It's called Gramr and it's made by Kinera. I have the 2-pin version right here, so I just gotta take an IEM with a 2-pin socket and can turn it into a headset within seconds. The cool thing is that the boom mic is actually detachable, so you don't even have to switch cables when you just want to listen to music or take the IEM outside. And when putting the boom mic back on, there's a little notch on the MMCX connector so that the microphone always goes back into the same position and doesn't rotate and always points towards the mouth. So this cable, as simple as it seems, actually has a well thought out design, and I also find it very comfortable to wear. The mic connector doesn't touch the ear, and the mic itself is very lightweight, so it isn't really noticeable if you have an IEM that fits you well. And the mic actually sounds pretty good. Haven't had a single teammate complaining, and personally I'm pretty happy with the audio quality. Now, the Gramr isn't the only IEM cable that has a boom mic. There's also the Ethos by Null Audio and one by Hurlux. But at $49, the Kinera Gramr is the most affordable of the bunch. And at the same time, it's the most feature-rich. The mic on the Hurlux cable isn't detachable, and the Ethos cable is just 1.2 meters long, which is a bit too short for desktop use in my opinion. The Kinera Gramr is also the only cable that can be had with MMCX connectors instead of 2-pin. Though I'm honestly not sure if that's such a great idea, because MMCX connectors, unlike 2-pin connectors, can rotate pretty freely, potentially letting the mic rotate away from the mouth. So my suggestion would be getting the 2-pin version of this cable. This obviously means that you gotta have an IEM with a 2-pin socket to use this cable. Unfortunately though, not every 2-pin IEM is compatible with this cable. I would have loved using my Profiler 8 with this, but the cable just doesn't fit in the recessed sockets. And there are many other IEMs that come with similar recessed sockets, like the Moondrop Aria Snow for instance, which the cable also doesn't fit. The sockets aren't that deep, but the connector just doesn't get deep enough to stay in place. Which is a bit of a shame honestly, as the Aria Snow is actually amazing for competitive FPS and would be a great IEM for this cable. This one however does fit nicely. It's the Repco Hook X, which is a very popular planar magnetic IEM. And I really like how it sounds, at least with music and for watching movies. It's an amazing IEM with a very well tuned, kind of mainstream sound signature. And it is great, but just not for competitive gaming to be honest. I mean, this also comes down to personal preference, but the lifted bass is masking a lot of important audio cues in games like Valorant. I'm just having a much harder time hearing where enemies are coming from with the Hook X than with the much more affordable Aria Snow. But yeah, the cable doesn't fit into the Aria Snow, so what's the alternative? Well, I might actually file off just a millimeter of the connector and use it with the SimGod EA500. Without modification, the connectors basically fit, but just barely so. The right connector, which has the mic attachment, is slightly bigger than the left one, so it doesn't fit quite flush. So occasionally, the right side actually did become loose, which is a bit annoying I have to say. Really not great when you're about to clutch and the right audio cuts out. Not sure why Kinera made the right connector this wide, and if it actually has to be this wide for stability reasons, but it's certainly not that great for compatibility. The cable just works best with completely flush sockets, like the one on the Hook X or Kinera's own iDune 2.0 IEM. And both of these IEMs are good, but I still feel like I haven't found the perfect IEM to use with this cable yet. The Hook X kinda works better with music than for gaming, and the iDune 2.0 is decent for gaming, but it has a bit of a unique tuning in the upper mid-range area that can be a bit annoying at times. I really like the SimGod EA500 as an affordable IEM for gaming, but since these sockets aren't completely flush, without modification, it's just not the very best fit. So yeah, I'm still on the hunt for the perfect IEM to use with this cable. This really is one of those products I didn't know I actually needed before I learned that something like this actually existed. Now though, I don't want to miss the flexibility and comfort of a setup like this. Still gotta find the perfect IEM to use with this cable, so I'd love to hear suggestions for a neutral-ish IEM that works great for FPS games like Valorant and such, and that has flush sockets. So please leave a comment down below if you have any suggestions. Thanks for watching, man sieht sich im nächsten Video.